How's everybody doing? Back to Soul Man, or Soul Guy, or whatever. I'm a Soul Man. Oh yeah, they got alternate costumes that you could be Red Link or Green Link. None of the other Ocarina of Time tunics are in this. Just 2 costumes per customer. So yeah, we're gonna be linking this one. Gotta show off the guest character, of course. He has most of his Ocarina of Time items he can use as weapons. He's got the bombs and the arrow, but I never figured out how to use them, so you won't get to see that in this playthrough. I also adjusted the options so it's 1 minute of or 1 round per battle. God damn. So that'll make things go faster, so we can get to the end within the standard Let's Play 10 minutes, cause with Voldo we didn't get there in time. I'm out of touch, you're out of time, something can't get you out of my mind. I think that's a Hall & Oates song, isn't it? Hall & Oates aren't around anymore. I'd be kinda surprised if they were. So yeah, I was looking at the combos list, but I don't know what these symbols mean. I think the M indicates maybe like a medium-sized punch, but I don't know which button combo does that, so this is just kinda useless, honestly. I really should have done more research, huh? Oh well, the important thing is that we tried, right? So yeah, I pulled out the bomb just then, you saw it, but then Power Pole Extend McGee, he prevented me from doing the full combo, and so now we have to kill him. I say we kill him. Remember that from The Simpsons? That was a non-famous quote from like a season 12 episode where Homer was a food critic and he was being rude to all the local restaurant people, and they were discussing what to do, and one of the people said, why don't we just ban him from our restaurants? And then somebody else said, no, that would be rude. I say we kill him. The later Simpsons episodes did have their moments, although they were a bit few and far between. So, here's Taliban. I don't know nothing about none of these characters. All I know is the GameCube one had Link in it, and I knew Nightmare's the cool demon guy, and then Taki is the boob lady. That's about all you really need to know about Soul Calibur, honestly. Didn't they have a character in Soul Calibur 4 who was very similar to Broly in DBZ? I haven't played Soul Calibur 4 in many years, so I do not know. So they picked Ocarina of Time Link to represent Link in the character-exclusive thingamawhatsit. Which makes sense. I mean, I guess Ocarina of Time was... Well, actually, I guess Majora's Mask would have been the most recent Zelda when this came out. This would have released pretty close to the Wind Waker, but I think the Wind Waker was a month or 2 afterwards. And even if it wasn't, they wouldn't have gone with the Wind Waker. That would have just upset people. That he wouldn't have even fit the aesthetic. That just would have been a terrible decision. Oh, the fans would have been insufferable if they had made such a decision. You know how fandoms get. This is literally the worst thing that has ever happened to me. But yeah, they made the right call. Ocarina of Time Link is best Link. Change my mind. So what else was I talking about? So yeah, they had that Broly-like character in Soul Calibur 4. I had the 360 version. Didn't have a PS3 back in the day, so obviously I wouldn't have had that. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually seen a PS3 in real life, as crazy as that sounds. I mean, I've seen pictures of them on the internet, and I've seen videos of people using them, and people have talked about them on message boards, but I don't think I know anyone who's had a PS3, and I didn't have one, and I've never seen like an unboxed one, like in a store or anything, cause we got like a special cutscene. What's going on here? I don't know why he had the special cutscene. He ain't the last guy. We still gotta fight the fire monster. Like in that commercial to join the US Army. Remember that? Around 2009 they had one of those army recruitment commercials and the guy was fighting some kind of fire monster, and I don't think that's quite accurate to the experience, but I mean, I guess I wouldn't know. It's not something I've ever done. Maybe that's one of those secrets that they're keeping from us normal people. Okay, so here's Fire Monster McGee. He's got, I think that's Nightmare's sword. Even a Soul Calibur know-nothing like me recognizes the famous sword. Every video game has a famous powerful sword, whether it be Soul Calibur or Xenoblade or Zelda or Kingdom Hearts or pretty much anything. One could make the argument that it's a bit cliched. The timer's a bit longer on this one. The previous ones had 50 minutes, and this one's got started with 69. 69, funniest thing in the world. Fuck off. Anyway, what else is going on? So that guy who did the Mario 64 Iceberg, he's got a live stream going where he's trying to beat Pokemon Crystal without damage. That's going on as this is being recorded. And I don't think he's gonna do the whole thing in one sitting, because right now he's about 3 hours into it, and I don't think he's even at the first gym, so it's gonna be interesting to see how that shakes out. That is for sure. Oh no, he's beating us. This boss battle is a bit reminiscent to the final boss of Ocarina of Time, when you fight Pig Ganon and there's fire everywhere. Just everywhere, my god. Anyway, and you had to hit his tail, and then many years later, when Pig Ganon was a boss in Smash Ultimate, they reused that idea where he'd only take damage if you hit his tail, and I guess that's how you know that they knew the source material. It was accurate to the original game from many years ago. Do people still consider Ocarina of Time to be the best game ever? I know that notion held true for most of the early 2000s, but most of the people who thought that are probably in their 30s at this point, and so there's a whole new generation of hip young gamesters out there who probably think the best game ever is like Roblox or something. I don't know what the current opinion is anymore. I'm just so out of touch with the cool people. I wish that I could be like the cool kids, 'cause all the cool kids, they eat the muffins. Those aren't the lyrics. So yeah, the audio's out of sync again, just like in the last episode. That's been pretty consistent with my Wii upscaling cable, but we already talked about that. Hey, isn't that official artwork from Ocarina of Time? I believe it is. It's been a long time since I've looked at official artwork since the game came out. 22 years ago at this point. I don't think that's official artwork though. That one looks a bit off-model. Looks almost DeviantArt-esque. At some point I gotta get that book Hyrule Historia, where they've got all the fancy artwork and that controversial timeline that was discussed at length when the book came out, and the big surprise to everybody was how the timeline split off, because there was a timeline where Link failed in Ocarina of Time, so then things split off there, and then that raises the discussion, does that mean there's a timeline for every potential failure? Like, What if he had failed in Majora's Mask or A Link to the Past? What then? You'd have to have a timeline for all of those. It's logically inconsistent, I tells you. Logically inconsistent. But generally speaking, the fans weren't too angry about that. It's just lots of discussion more than anything. It wasn't true fan rage like we've seen in many other places. And we're all thankful for that.